Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Christina, and as you know, this is my self-development journey. Just wanted to kind of share something that I have recently found out about. It's like a cleaning, inner cleaning mantra. The Hawaiian forgiveness, basically, is what they call it. It's actually called Ho'oponopono. I didn't hear about this before, and I actually first heard about it from Joe Vitale. I was listening to one of his audiobooks. He has one, The Secrets of Attracting Money. It's a really great audiobook. I'm an Audible member, so if you're not an Audible member, I would recommend you do so, because it's just a really great way to add, more books in your collection. And because, if you're commuting to work or at the gym or anytime, maybe cooking, whatever it may be, whatever you're doing, that having an audiobook, at hand is a good way to kind of, use that time more productive. So that's at least how I see it. So the first time that I heard about the Ho'oponopono method was in The Secrets of Attracting Money by Joe Vitale. Then I really liked that audiobook, so I ended up listening next to his other one, which is called The Zero Limit. That one's pretty much more in depth about this Ho'oponopono method and different cleaning methods, basically to help clear, those negative beliefs and things that we have, from childhood traumas or whatever it could be. So the Ho'oponopono method, what is it? It's basically a Hawaiian mantra, you can say meditation chant. It was actually first brought, I believe there was another lady, the originator of this method. She, I guess, was perceived kind of like crazy, loony. People didn't really, they thought, oh, this lady's crazy, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So from my understanding, it did originate from her. I believe her name was Marna. Can't remember what her last name was, but the method was pretty much updated, like given an updated version by a therapist, a Hawaiian therapist. His name, I know I'm gonna butcher this, his name was Dr. Hikalikala Hulen. I know I butchered that. I do not know how to say that. I went to Hawaii one time when I was 18 for graduation present with my mom, my aunt, my cousins. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. But basically the story goes, it's a really cool story, you guys, and I wanted to bring this to your attention because, like I said, I didn't hear about it before until prior to listening to Joe Vitale's book, and that was, maybe a few months back. But it's something I think I really wanted to bring to your attention because I think it's something good that you guys can maybe, Google on your own, look it up. It's definitely made an impression on me because basically the story is that Dr. Hulen, I'm just going to go with Hulen, that's easy for me to pronounce. Dr. Hulen was using this method. He was basically trying to heal patients. So this Ho'oponopono method actually became pretty known when Dr. Hulen, he was a therapist and he was hired to go to this ward, and the ward was full of patients that were like criminally insane. A lot of them were murderers or rapists. And what he did was he went to this ward and he basically sat in his office, and all he did was go through the patient's files. He went through each and every patient's files, and he was using this Ho'oponopono method of cleaning. So basically what he was doing, he was going through the files, looking at each patient, reading each file, and he was doing this little chant inside in his inner thoughts, kind of like a prayer. He was basically praying over that patient, that individual. So basically what it is it's a method where you say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And you can actually say it in any variation. So you don't need to say it exactly in that order. Sometimes I might start off with, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. You can say, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, whatever order you want to say it. From what they say, the order is not as important as actually the words and getting that feeling of that prayer. So it can be over a situation, a person. So what Dr. Hulen did was he actually used this cleaning method on these patients. And I can't remember, I'm trying to remember how long it took, but basically he didn't even really see the patients or talk to the patients in person at all. So he did not even know who these people were. By him just healing, what he was trying to do is the whole method is to heal yourself. So the Ho'oponopono method is about healing within to clear those in order to heal. And the amazing thing about it was that these patients actually were getting healed from this method that he was doing. They couldn't explain it. They didn't know what was going on. The ward ended up having to close down. So this ward had to close down because all the patients were becoming healed by Dr. Hugh Len, and there was no need to have, you know, a psycho ward anymore if you got all these patients that are actually becoming healed. So I thought that was pretty cool. And you know, you get really skeptical because you're like, well, is that true? Is this for reals? But looking into it, there is, you know, you can research it, look it up, you know, kind of get a better understanding of it. And it's just amazing when you really understand how powerful the mind is, because a lot of it is just coming back to us. So it just ties into everything. I mean, you might be at work and you get frustrated with a coworker, or you get frustrated, you know, you're at the store and, you know, someone's being rude, the cashier's being rude. I mean, we always want to fix other people, and we're always kind of pointing the finger. But what this method really teaches is you need to look within and just heal your thoughts, because that's what it really comes down to. When you're saying, you know, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, you're basically really doing this to heal your thoughts. So for example, like, let's say, you know, the cashier's rude, and you're sitting here like, man, that lady was rude, what's her problem? Like, ooh, she lucky she didn't catch me outside because I was about to, you know, whatever. You know, sometimes we get a little hyphy. So instead of doing that, when you do these kind of cleaning methods, this is to bring back to the realization, okay, what are my thoughts? You know, I'm sorry, you know, because, you know, I'm sorry, I don't really know what that lady was going through. I don't really know why she was upset. You know, maybe she had a death in the family, maybe, you know, something serious, maybe a trauma's going on. So it's to kind of come back to us and to clear our methods, because we're judging, we're putting all this judgment, and, you know, we're pointing the finger. And I do it all the time too. I mean, I try not to, of course we try, you know, we're here to all try to get better and learn from our mistakes, and this is what my journey is about, and this is what, you know, and I appreciate you guys joining me and watching, because I hope that whatever I'm learning that I share, you can get bits and pieces that are going to help you out. And that's exactly why I do it. So I mean, I need help all the time, because it's easy to judge. We all do it. You know, we watch the news, we watch all the bad things that are going on, and it's so easy to be like, oh my God, there's so much bad in the world. Look at all these bad people. But again, it's having to come back to us and heal our thoughts and our beliefs, because we are making those judgments. And, you know, I do it sometimes too with friends and family, where, you know, you think, oh my gosh, like, yeah, this person's never going to learn. So we got to heal our thoughts, and it's going to take time, and it's going to take practice. You know, it's not going to be, you know, an easy quick fix, but this Ho'oponopono method really kind of brings up that awareness, and that's really what it comes down to, is bringing the awareness that we do need to look inside, you know, instead of looking outside. Basically, in the 4 steps, I kind of just pulled up a little information on it just to kind of quickly give a little summary. So it's basically a forgiveness, and the whole concept of this Ho'oponopono is repentance, forgiveness, gratitude, and love, because those are very powerful. And love, of course, is definitely a very powerful force. So when we're using that, this is what's really going to help to get that feeling of love and appreciation, and to kind of help get that cleaning for whatever those beliefs are. So the repentance is basically, I'm sorry, because you're saying, I'm sorry, you know, I don't know what you're going through, you know, maybe I have judgment towards you, you know, I don't know where your past is, where you came from, you know, kind of to give you idea. And again, I'm still learning this. I really wanted to bring it to your guys' attention, so that maybe this is something you can look into, and maybe it'll help you out, whatever, you know, troubles you might be having, or conflicts, or anything like that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. Trying to, you know, recognize the pain and apologize for it, because you know, even though, yeah, I don't want to say you're responsible for everybody else's problems. That's not really what the method is getting at. It's more, you're responsible for how you believe about that circumstance. And if we can help heal ourselves, it's definitely gonna, that love, that feeling of love and forgiveness and gratitude, and repentance is really the source, the power behind it, that's gonna kind of help to pour out, you know, because, you know, when you're, you know, feeling feelings of love and joy, those pour out, and it's always good to spread that kindness, right? So saying I'm sorry, the step 2 is asking for the forgiveness. So that's when you're basically, you know, don't worry about who you're asking. Don't worry about, you know, if it's, you know, you can be asking God, the universe, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just ask for the forgiveness. Just ask for, you know, I'm sorry that I made those judgments. You know, please forgive me. So basically asking for that forgiveness, and then you're saying, thank you. So then you're having gratitude about the situation. So you've already kind of acknowledged, hey, I'm sorry, then please forgive me and thank you, because now you're accepting that gratitude. And the gratitude, we all know, every successful person talks about how powerful gratitude is. So gratitude, we for sure want to talk about, giving those feelings of gratitude, because now you're saying, thank you, like, thank you for accepting my apology, thank you for being understanding. Gratitude in itself is that powerful feeling that we need to expand on. And then you can end with I love you. And again, the order doesn't matter, I'm just kind of going off the order that they had here. So I love you, and love is definitely another powerful emotion. So it doesn't have to be a person. Like I just used the example of, there's a rude cashier. I mean, that was just a broad example, but what I'm saying is it can be for a loved one, a friend, or a situation. Maybe you're having a tough situation, or maybe you're having a block, maybe, like, I know Joe Vitale talks about, maybe you're having a money block, maybe you're kind of broke, you're struggling, and you're having this money block, and you're like, why am I in this block? So you can do this Ho'oponopono method on that block, clearing that block, saying, the same Ho'oponopono method, as far as, I'm sorry, because you're basically saying to this blockage that you're having, I'm sorry, I don't know where this is coming from, I don't know where these thoughts are coming from, I don't know what this negative belief I have is holding over me, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I don't know what it is, I'm trying to figure it out. So you can do this over blocks like that you have, mental blocks, or things that you need to kind of shift to get into to get to that next level, to go into a better direction. So just wanted to talk about it really briefly, and I wanted just to bring it to you guys' awareness, so that maybe you can do a little research on it yourself. Check out Joe Vitale. He's great. I love his audiobooks. He's very conversational, and he'll repeat things over and over just to really get you to understand the concepts, so, which I think is really amazing. So I hope that helped out a little bit, and I know it's been helping me. It's something I've been kind of trying to practice again, into every time I come across a little situation, I'm like, oh, let me try this out, and again, you can do it as a meditation. There's different ways that you can approach the situation, and like Joe Vitale always says, is go with whatever feels good. You can say this method just in your head, you don't need to say it out loud. However, if you get the inclination to speak it aloud, Joe Vitale always says, just go with those intuitions, go with your gut, go with whatever feeling you have. So be true to yourself, and remember, we have to heal within. Believe me, I know it's hard to judge sometimes, to not judge. I should say it's hard to not judge, because sometimes we want to fix everybody, and I do it all the time. I'm guilty of it. So I know it's something that we all need to work on. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I got to get back to work. I am on a lunch break. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope that just kind of gave you a little idea of it. Again, I'm kind of diving a little more into it. I love sharing every little thing that I learned, because as I'm learning it, I'm realizing not a lot of people know this information, and it can help others. And again, it's just about inspiring, spreading kindness, and just trying to get better. That's all we want. We all just want to get better and improve ourselves and improve our quality of life. I mean, that's ultimately the goal, right? So I hope that helps you guys, and I will see you guys next time.